gosh, even in a really uncertain economic environment, we're still seeing year-over-year growth, and you can see it. And the trend line is there for all of 2026 so far. We're above 2025. I just gotta say, I think that's really encouraging, and like another exclamation point on why it's just such a great place to invest.
Okay, all right, we're going to jump into Fisher's Market Report for April 2026. Let's go over some of the data points here. So your average rental rates, 2356, which is up month over month and up year over year, just almost 2.5% year over year, which is awesome. And also, if you haven't heard about the update regarding the Fishers and Carmel rental caps, you definitely want to go back and check out last month's podcast where we dive into what's happening. And there were some major updates when it comes to the rental cap here in Fishers and Carmel. So average days on market here in Fishers, month over month, we are up almost 12%, but it's still only 47 days on the market. It's a little bit weird that we are up month over month, a bit of a blip I'm certain of, especially with an almost 12% increase, but again, 47 days is not huge when you're looking at the overall market. Because again, if you're working with a property management company, your days are going to smash those no matter what. So, number of active homes is at 83, which is down month over month considerably. So we're dropping down as far as active homes in a couple different markets, which is pretty normal given the seasonality. Average price per square foot is at $1.04. Now we're going to get into our apartments there rather, on the first line, and then our townhomes and condos there in the third line. Apartments, we've got an average market rate of $17.82 with 36 of those currently on the market. $1.58 is our average price per square foot. Townhomes and condos, we've got an average market rate of $2,150 with an average days on market at 48. And then number of active on the market is at 21 with $1.06 as your average price per square foot. Now your average rent price trend, this is going back to our single family homes, and our three graphs there at the bottom is tracking that data year over year. Average rent price trend is pretty flat here for the first quarter of the year. I would expect our average rent price to tick up just ever slightly due to seasonality for June, July, right into the peak summer months, as indicated by last year's line there as well. Average days on market trend. Again, this is a bit odd given seasonality, but it ticks up slightly here going into May as our sneak peek there into May. But our average number of active homes trend is ticking down, but you'll see we are far above the number of active homes. I think there was a rush to buy as many properties as possible as that rental cap news was kicking in last year. So you got a few extra rental properties currently on the market, but that is trending down heavily due to seasonality, I'm sure. Mike, anything to add?
No, the only thing I have is I know this is kind of like boring, but the average rental price is up 2.5%. That's not blowing it out of the water, but a lot of places are down. And so, to see 2.5% increase year over year in this environment where lots of other markets are down, I love that. That's why we love Indiana. That's why we love to invest in Indiana. And Fishers is just such a safe market. You can't quite count on it, but you can almost count on at least a little bit of rental price appreciation. And this just goes to show it and prove that point that, gosh, even in a really uncertain economic environment, we're still seeing year-over-year growth, and you can see it. And the trend line is there for all of 2026 so far. We're above 2025. I just got to say, I think that's really encouraging, and like another exclamation point on why it's just such a great place to invest.
Absolutely. All right, let's get into the sales data. Let's see if that's as impressive. So for the sales data, which again, this is our investor insight where we do cap all of our sales data at 500,000, as most investors aren't looking at investing 500,000 or more in a potential investment property. So we do cap our information there. So Fisher's Market Insights for April 2026, average sales price is at $366,547, which is down month over month, but more importantly, is down year over year. Average days on market is at 36, which is pretty healthy to see numbers going down, I got to tell you. The number of homes sold is at 85, down year over year by over 13%. Average price per square foot is at $187, which is exactly flat year over year. Average price trend graph there in the bottom left hand, so we can track what's happening this year versus last year. And then, of course, the number of homes sold, at what price point you can expect to get into this market. And as you can see here, as clearly indicated in that graph, there are plenty of homes sold, almost 100 sold in the $250,000 to $300,000 price range, which is exactly what I would expect to spend if I were interested in entering the Fishers market. A nice 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,400 square foot home, right around $250,000 would be sweet. Mike?
I mean, this is a bit of a snooze fest, to be honest with you. The kind of flat here since January in terms of the price. We'll say what's encouraging, days on the market at 36, which is really pretty respectable. But yeah, a bit of a snooze fest here for the sales market for Fishers.
I completely agree. All right, let's see if we can get into another market here.